Hey yo, E-Kings Fight News, back at it. Hey, Anthony Joshua, is he gonna take Jarrel Miller lightly and get a deja vu with what happened with Klitschko? Is there any chance that Joshua gets KO'd here? Is there any chance that Jarrel Miller treats Anthony Joshua like a set of breakfast pancakes? Hey yo, E-King Fight News. We got more on this. Alright, y'all know what it is. Apparently, Team Jarrel Miller, his promoter, I believe it's Salida, is saying AJ hasn't been the same since the Klitschko fight. To be honest, he hasn't been tested. Really been, had to dig down deep for any of his fights. He hasn't had to. He hasn't had to pull out, the ace of spades with a massive uppercut when he was down on points. He hasn't had to do that. Can Jarrel Miller bring that out of him? It is a big question because, this really isn't supposed to be a back and forth, slugfest. This fight with Jarrel Miller is supposed to be cakewalk. It's supposed to be easy work for Anthony Joshua. Point blank, it's supposed to be easy work. This ain't supposed to be, what Deontay Wilder was to Luis Ortiz, where you knew that, hey, Luis Ortiz ain't fucking, Luis Ortiz, you want to call him an old man, he's still going to give you the toughest fight you've ever had. That's what Luis Ortiz brings to the table. Point blank and period. All right, so according to Jarrel Miller's team, they believe that Miller has the all the ability in the world, man. They believe this guy, if Jarrel Miller can touch Anthony Joshua, if he could just put some hands on him, it could be easy work. It could be lights out. It could be a situation where, Jarrel Miller putting a ton of pressure might be able to tire out AJ, who's shown stamina issues in fights like the Joseph Parker fight, Carlos Takam fight. Some people think he was fading late. I could definitely see him, not looking as strong as he was early on in that fight. That's for sure. I think AJ underestimated Carlos Takam back in the day. I remember watching that fight thinking, man, Carlos Takam, he's given up a lot of rounds, but he's still fresh in there. And I felt like he was still trying to muster up a last-ditch effort to get at AJ. And unfortunately, the fight was stopped before any of that could happen. Right? Can Jarrel Miller, who seems to have a similar frame as a Carlos Takam, a stocky, not too tall. The reach is not there for Jarrel Miller. He needs to shorten the distance, bang Joshua's body, cut off the ring, make him feel like he's in a fucking phone booth, man. That's what he's got to do. I don't know if Jarrel Miller can do it. I can definitely see Anthony Joshua being a decided favorite. But if you're looking to make a little bit of bread, if you're looking to bet on an upset, it's not out of the question to think Jarrel Miller can upset Anthony Joshua in New York. It's not out of the question at all. I've seen bigger upsets, but this would be pretty monumental if Joshua were to drop his 3 belts on a DAZN card. He's really the network's A-side. When it comes to DAZN, Jarrel Miller's not supposed to win this fight. Jarrel Miller's not supposed to be competitive in this fight. So if he is more competitive than we expect him to be, maybe he's going to get rounds just for being competitive. Maybe. We don't know. But we're going to have to see how it all plays out. What do you guys think about Jarrel Miller? Will AJ find himself on his back yet again? Is this a real test for Joshua? You guys let me know what you think. It's been E King Fight News. And smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You already know. E King Fight News. Peace.